I think faith ranks right up there with breathing. The Bible tells us that faith comes by hearing the Word of God. I also personally feel that fear comes by hearing. I mean, how many times have you gotten a phone call and someone imparted some type of fear into your spirit just by what you heard? And a lot of times that statement or that matter that they called about could have been concealed, but for whatever reason they chose to call you and share it with you to impart some type of fear in you. I think every day you need to take inventory of what you're hearing. Make sure that it's more positive, more faith-building type information coming into your spirit than fear. I feel that faith and fear are arch enemies, and every day they're warring to try to either get you to do something or to get you not to do something. I think you should take inventory from family members, from friends. I mean, a lot of times they're just being used as a vessel to put these messages in your spirit to take you off the path that God has chosen for you, the vision that God has chosen for you. And I think even as children, as young as 2-3 years old, I think the importance of faith needs to be made clear to them. I can remember at the age of 7, my grandfather had a farm, and we had cows and chicken and corn and peas and watermelons. And I remember when he was imparting work ethics in me one day, we were planting some corn, and my grandfather was explaining the process to me of how corn is planted, and then there's the watering process, and then you have the harvest. And I remember asking him, well, Grandfather, how do we know there's going to be a harvest? And he said, well, I just have the faith. I mean, faith, you have to have faith that there'll be a harvest, and then you have to put some action to your faith. And that's actually what we're doing right now. We're putting some action to our faith that there will be a harvest. And that pretty much goes for everything in life. Faith without works is dead, the Bible also tells us, so you have to have faith, and then you put your actions into it. So I think faith is a constantly something that you have to constantly build. The Bible tells us to keep the faith, so that makes me think there's a great possibility of us losing the faith. And I think it's little by little that we continue to build. And God said it doesn't take very much, just as much as a mustard seed. So he obviously thought that faith was important because he told us that we need it. And I would just encourage you every day to constantly take in information, the Word of God, and positive, motivating information that will help build your faith for the times ahead of you. Take care.